Are you taking Spanish this year in school? Are irregular verb conjugations tripping you up? Hi, I'm Caroline, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I use my Raspberry Pi and AI to vibe code a Spanish verb conjugation quiz. I'll walk you through my iterative vibe coding process so that you can personalize the questions for your next Spanish quiz. This is a great way to learn Python coding, Raspberry Pi, and Spanish all at the same time. Now let's get started. And I am starting off with a default desktop of my Raspberry Pi. And I'm going to go ahead and open up an internet browser. This is Chromium here. And I'm going to log into Google Gemini. And I am using a free account. When you go into Gemini, you have your choice of, at the time of this recording, 2.5 Flash, Fast All-Around Help, or 2.5 Pro, Math and Code. And then there's also, you can upgrade for a fee. But I'm just going to show you what you can do on a free account today. My Spanish is really, really rusty. Looking at this, what is included on an AP Spanish test, I see there is verb tenses that you practice. According to Varsity Tutors Practice Hub, when you're studying Spanish verbs, you do study Spanish verb tense, conditional tenses, conditional perfect, and then you've got past tense, and you've got imperfect, preterite. I'm not sure what these all are, but apparently there are lots of tenses that you need to study for. So let's go over to Google Gemini. My prompt is going to be write a Python script for a Raspberry Pi. I'm going to use Genie to practice verb conjugation, past tense with imperfect verbs, use multiple choice GUI, score after 5 questions, have an option to end or keep going. And let's see what happens to this. And I'm going to just use Flash for now, and let's see what happens. Hit submit. And it came up with some code. It's called the imperfect tense quiz GUI. The verbs that it's going to test me on are hablar, to speak, to eat, to live, to be irregular, to go, to write, to play. All right, so we see a bunch of stuff here. And now I'm going to copy all of this code. Let's see if I can hit share. I'm going to copy the contents, and then I'm going to open up Genie. So if you click on the Raspberry menu here, and then mouse over programming, then you want to click on Genie Programmer's Editor. Brand new Python script. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to hit paste, hit the save button, and I'm going to save it in a Spanish folder called imperfect tense quiz.py. And I'm going to hit save here. Now let's try to run it here. I'm going to hit this paper plane icon to run the file, and let's see what it comes up with. Okay, and I'm going to hit start quiz, and it says conjugate the verb to open. Oh, it's even giving me the English for the subject nosotros. I have no idea. I have not taken Spanish in many, many years. I'm just going to guess, and I'm probably going to get this wrong. Okay. Conjugate the verb to go for the subject elos. Okay, I do not know. Just gonna. Oh, I got that correct. It's conjugate the verb cantar to sing. Okay, I do not. I'm going to click. Oh, that was wrong. And then conjugate the verb beber to drink for the subject ella. I'm going to click this one. I also got that wrong. And then conjugate the verb escribir to write. Ustedes, and I still do not know the answer. And yes, and I got a score of 1 out of 5. And do I want to continue practicing? So I'm going to quit the app. The GUI may not be the best GUI ever. It works. I did complete a 5-question quiz. Now I'm going to show you some iterations on that first quiz. So if we start it again, I'll show you a couple of things that I kind of didn't like about it that I'm going to ask it to change. Number 1, there are these confusing 4 rectangles on the start page, which we don't need. The start quiz and the quit app, I like how when you mouse over them, they change colors, but they're 2 different sizes. Click start quiz, and then you have to conjugate the verb. Okay, and so I don't know which one it is, so I'm just going to click on one. It's wrong. It just flashes up for a second that you're wrong. So I don't like that. I'm going to quit app just to see what happens. It does actually quit, so that's good. I'm going to click the X here. Let's ask for some changes. I'm going to ask for the following updates. Update the code to remove the 4 empty boxes on the start screen. Change the start and quit boxes to be the same size. After the user selects their answer, the next page should show if the answer is right or wrong, along with an explanation. Then have the user click a button, next question. And let's see if it can make those updates for me. And over here on my Python, on my Genie, I'm going to click new. I'm going to save it as a different file name. And I'm a little confused because it says here's the updated file, but there's no updated file. I'm going to hit refresh. And when I hit refresh, it opens up my canvas. I am going to click share. And I'm going to click copy contents. And now over here on my Genie, I've opened up a new file. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste. And now I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to name this imperfect tense quiz version 2.py. Hit save. And I'm going to run the file. It's removed those 4 blank boxes, conjugate 5 verbs, focus on imperfect tense, and I'm going to click start quiz and conjugate the verb vivere for the subject ella, and I'm going to select I don't know the answer. I'm going to click on the answer. And it's going to say I'm incorrect, and it's giving me the correct answer would have been viva. All right, now I'm going to click next question. Conjugate the verb ser to be irregular for the subject nosotros. Okay, I do not know the answer to that either. I'm just going to click, and it says I am wrong, and the correct answer would have been Ramos. Okay, now I'm going to click next question. Conjugate the verb ir for the subject elos. I'm going to click one of these words, and it says correct. Excellent, correct. Conjugation is correct for the score. It does say my score is 0 still. Okay, I'm going to click question. Okay, now it's updated. My score is now 1. Excellent. To write for ustedes, do not know the answer. I'm going to click an answer. Escribían would have been the correct answer. And now I'm going to click next question and conjugate the verb to have. So I'm going to click tengo, and that is incorrect. Tiene would have been the correct answer. And I'm going to click next question. And well, there's no next question. I got 1 out of 5. It's 5th question, and it's like, do you want to play again, or do you want to quit the app? Okay, I'm going to hit return to continue. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so a couple minor changes. I'm going to ask it once again to update the code. On the last question, when the correct answer is shown, replace the button next question with continue, since there is no next question. Phrase each question in a sentence and ask the user to select the correct conjugation based on the sentence. You do not need to give the English translation. And I'm going to hit the submit key. And it says it's made all the changes I requested. It's context-driven sentences. The last question uses continue to see the results screen. It says here's the updated file. There's no updated file. I'm just going to hit refresh. There might be a better way of doing this in order to get to the updated code. And while it's working on that, I'm going to go over to my Genie, and I'm going to hit a new file, and I'm going to click share, and then I'm going to click copy contents, and then I'm going to go back over to my Genie, and I'm going to right click and hit paste, and I'm going to save, and I'm going to save it as version 3.py, hit enter. Now I can hit the run button, the paper plane icon, and let's see what happens. All right, I can start the quiz now, and now it gives me a sentence. I still don't know the answer. I'm gonna click this one, and it says correct is the correct form, and it is used to describe habitual or repeated past action. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna click next question. All right, and my score is 1. And I need to conjugate this verb, and I'm just gonna guess again. Oh, I'm correct again. I'm gonna click next question, and I'm gonna click Ramos, and I'm correct. And I'm gonna click next question. I have 3 correct so far, and I'm gonna guess, and it says I'm correct. And I'm gonna click next question, and then I still do not know the answer. I'm gonna select something, and now I'm incorrect. And there it is. So now, instead of next question, it now says continue. I'm going to continue. And it told me my score is 4 out of 5. Do you want to play again? Saying I'm going to click quit app. And I'm going to hit enter to continue. We have 3 different versions of our Spanish quiz, from the first one to the third one. And I would say the third one is a lot better than the first one or the second one. And I can continue to make changes. I'm going to make one more update to the Spanish verb quiz. The score should be updated on the feedback page, not the page after the feedback page. And the feedback page should provide a translation of the sentence and the verb in English. And let's see what it does there. And then it says, here's the updated file. So I'm going to hit the refresh button to get the new code. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go over to Genie and hit new file. And then I'm going to come back over to Google, hit that share button, and then click copy contents. And then go over to my new file in Genie, right click, and paste. Save the file. And I'm going to call it expandedv2.py. Enter. Excellent, it has saved. I'm going to hit run, start quiz. All right, it gives me the correct answer. I got it wrong. It gives me the English translation. Excellent. Next question. And it has updated my score. So score 1, I did get that question correct. And it gives me the translation. Excellent. Next question. And I got that incorrect. Next question. I got that incorrect as well. Next question. And I got the last question correct, and my score updated to 2. Excellent. Hit continue. And that is it. And that's how you can build your own Spanish verb conjugation quiz, powered by Python, AI, and your own Raspberry Pi. Whether you're reviewing regular AR, ER, IR, or irregular verbs, this tool can grow with you. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more AI-powered DIY projects. If you'd like to support my channel, a great way of doing that is by purchasing my book, A Woman's Guide to Winning in Tech. If you build this yourself, please leave a comment below and let me know how it went. Hasta luego. See you in the next video. Bye now.